Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Hello, Mike. Hello, Frankto. Welcome in, welcome in. Can you believe you're not watching the NFL draft right now? Not only am I not watching it, I didn't even know there's one going on. Not only that, do I not know what an NFL draft really is? Not only that, I've never once looked at NFL in my life in general. I can keep going, but you get the point. Raspberries greater than strawberries. Change my mind. Well, I don't need to change your mind. You're wrong, and you can be, and that's okay. You can be wrong. And I accept that, you know? Not everyone has to be correct in this world. Some people have to be wrong to show people like me that, you know, the right people that like strawberries more than raspberries. Yeah. Here's the thing, Mike. You say that you can't believe that I'm not watching the NFL draft right now, but you're also here. Right? I agree. With all due respect to the Frankto, strawberries are better. You have 3 monitors? You mean you don't have me up 3 times on all 3 monitors? I can't believe you. I thought you enjoyed the content. I had some strawberries today. hence the title, I guess, of the stream. I don't know why. I thought I would. Strawberries are great. I will say they were not very ripe, so they weren't the best strawberries. But, you know, they weren't bad. A great strawberry is great. Yes, I can confirm that. Any raspberries? Great raspberry? As tempting as it was to stretch your stream across all 3, you had to also do it. No, not stretch my stream. You just open 3 streams. No stretching involved. We don't want to make it weird. The one thing I don't like about raspberries compared to strawberries is whenever you like eat with them, your hands become red just immediately. And that's just a downside. That's just the number 1 downside for me. Then we go flavor. Right? Flavor is not as good as a strawberry. Like, if given like a smoothie, I'd rather have strawberry smoothie than a raspberry smoothie. That's clear. But like I was saying, it's okay to be wrong. The seeds in raspberries suck. The seeds in I don't remember specifically the seeds in raspberries being any different than the seeds in strawberries or anything like that. You only eat frozen raspberries with spoon over the sink like a savage or an ice cream. So that explains a few things. Okay. Point taken. I have questions now. Starting with why. Here, the raspberries have all tons of seeds in them. I mean, they have like seeds on the sides, I believe, if I recall. So a little bit, but I don't remember any like eating a raspberry and be like, oh man, the seeds suck. I never had that. I've had that with pomegranates. That's why I don't like pomegranates. They're bitter as hell. I don't like them. On the insides of them? Maybe the ones I've ever bought, all the raspberries have like it's hollowed out middle. The ones I have ever bought. I've never seen one that's not hollowed out. You're the barbarian to the north. All the feudal warlords keep warning you about. There's not... Can't really go much further than where I am. I'm already in Canada. It's too much further north and you're just in the North Pole. Called out. It's inside of the little berry parts. Yeah, never had that. Yeah. Like, I don't, like, what seeds? This is what I see. This is what I get. It's not really, like, I think there's, like, tiny ones, like, in the little dots, like, in between. But they're, like, so tiny and stuff that I've never been like, oh, yeah. But, like, strawberry has bigger seeds. Right, the strawberry has like all the seeds here. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm not showing. Strawberry has all the seeds here, right? But raspberries, there's no real seeds there. Oh, like, there's some, yeah, but. Like, I don't know why I'm defending raspberries. Strawberries are clearly better, but they're not that. No, they're not that much worse. They're still good. Maybe you're living the best Nunavut life. You don't know. True, I don't know. The way seeds on raspberries are way bigger, at least here, and they're way harder. I mean, I don't know where you are, but yeah, where I am, that's the raspberries I get. There's, I don't, if they're hollowed out, you know. Yeah. This is a high-res picture of some raspberries. Right, there's a little, like, this stuff, like, sticking out of it. I don't know if that's the seeds, to be fair. But, oh, like, the stuff on the inside here. Like, I don't know if that's seeds. But either way, like, I've never... Black raspberries? Do you mean blackberries, Spike? This thing is black raspberries. There's blackberries. Are you talking about these? I've never heard of black raspberries. I've never heard of black raspberries, sorry. I just know raspberries. Anyway. Enough of that. I got something to show. for I got something to show for Sunday's video. Look, I'm a player and I cannot move this way. Oh no, I can only go here. Oh, well, I can go this way now. Oh, no, I can't. I'll go this way now. No, oh, no. Yes, okay, I'll follow the path. I won't go off here. Nope. Ta-da! The only way off this platform, once I'm on it, is to make it all the way to the end. And then we're fine. Like, even if I drop off here? Nope. And this is a PCG graph that only has a single static mesh component. It doesn't have multiple. It has only one. Different materials, different look. Only one instant static mesh. And I've added functionality to be able to separate between the two. So hopefully people will like it. Yeah, I cannot leave the... I can't leave the area. Can't leave the area. That's procedural. Right. If I can probably even do it like part of the way through. I like put it here. And I move this like here. I don't know. Really, then I can walk on the platforms. Yep, now I can walk on them. See? But if I get back on, nope. Yeah, that's gonna be the video for Sunday. Hopefully people will like it. Hopefully. He kind of uses a few new things that I haven't shown in PCG. It shows hopefully some clever things that people haven't considered before and other good stuff like that. So, but enough of this. Let's go game dev. Hey, Chester, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. That's raspberries, or how I like to call them, red blackberries. Wait, what? Red blackberry. I'll be honest. I'm okay with raspberries. I'm not a huge fan of blackberries. Like, I'll eat them, but maybe not always. They're a little too tart for me. Personally. They're okay. I mean, nothing really beats bananas. I'll be honest. Right? If I ever go somewhere and I want a smoothie, I always look for the two things. I want strawberries and I want bananas, and then I don't give a shit what else you put in it. that is my smoothie of choice. Bananas and strawberries. I don't give a shit. You got those too. Throw anything else we want in there. Without the tartness, how can you cut through the existential dread, though? I mean, who said you need to cut through it? You embrace it. Make it part of you. Hey, that's the good stuff. I don't think you cut through it. That's silly. Yeah. Consume it. Make it part of you. Banana's the best fruit? I can confirm that. Yeah. Bananas are indeed the best. I don't know if there's another fruit that is better. Partner thinks you're lazy because you think bananas are the best. What does that have to do with being lazy? Wait, what? What does that have to do with laziness? Bananas are great. Plantains also good. Different, but good. Plantains. When I used to live in California, near Los Angeles, there was a store that had plantains, so I tried them out. Yeah, you can use bananas everywhere. I was making 2-ingredient banana pancakes, but in quotes, because the ingredients were a banana and an egg. You just take a fork and you mash it together, and you just fry it up. And it's like easy peasy. Tastes great. It's banana and egg. According to her, fruits need to be peeled. Banana is too easy to peel. What do you mean fruits need to be peeled? Are strawberries not fruit? Okay, it is a berry. Okay, you know, that was a bad example, but like, if you take a look at fruits, things that need to be peeled, persimmons you can just eat. Peaches you don't peel. You eat the pears. Right? Yep. Yeah, these are also fruit. It's just they're berries also. Like that? What? You have to core a strawberry? No, you don't. No, you don't. I just eat the damn strawberry. I'm not in kindergarten. I don't need to cut off the crust. Just eat the strawberry and you're left with the green part. Oh, I know. Crazy concept. You don't DC the... Why would I DC the pears? I just eat the pear, and then if I want to throw away the core, I'll throw away the core. Yeah, no. Like, I might throw away the core of an apple, but I don't peel it. The argument was about peeling specifically. Yeah. I have not all fruits need to be so that means all of the fruits that do not need peeling, you're lazy. Are like the laziest fruit that should not be eaten by that logic. Like, I've just found faults, okay? I'm just... The logic has faults, and I found them, okay? And then that's all. Yeah, you're not ready for marriage. No one said. Yeah. Marriage is about compromising, right? Marriage is about compromising. But that compromise has to go in both directions. Right? If it doesn't go in both directions, then it's not really a compromise. And if that means I never get married, that's fine with me. I don't really care much about marriage. I think I discussed that in a previous stream. So, what we're doing today is we have the hit stop that I added in. Basically, every hit pauses for like a split second. But I don't want every hit to like pause. I want only the bigger ones to pause, and I might introduce also a I also want to introduce maybe a screen shake type thing, like a small screen shake. Could be good. Yeah, this is. That might be too. I don't know. We'll play around with the timing. Give you about an argument is great relationship advice. Are you gonna tell that to the? If you can tell that to the significant other, and they will agree, then yes. If it's a one-way road, then no. Then I disagree. I mean, to have a good relationship, that is good advice, but I wouldn't want to be in that relationship then, personally. Any relationship that's a one-way street to me is not good for me. Obviously, it works great for many people. We need to introduce. Go to the player. Attack here. So on the attack info. So we can go to characters. Where's the attack info? Attack info. So what we need to do is add. I'd probably remove knockback info. We're just not using it. Get rid of that. You do agree? You're just joking with you. You should not be in a relationship with someone who won't hear you out. Yeah. It's short, but he has 10 tweaks for good combat feel. What you talking about, Chestry? I can put it under the attack effects section. Because it is kind of an attack effect, honestly. So let's put it in there. This is going to be hit stop. It'll be off by default. There should not be any. I was gonna say there should not be any problems, but I guess I didn't delete something about that still uses the knockback information. Oh, I still am using it in certain term in the received damage info. Let's clear it up from the received damage info. It does not need the knockback stuff. There we go. Ollie's video on combat field. Tutorial, it doesn't tell me. Weapon sound, trail effects, hit flash, hit react, impact stuff. Yeah, hit stop, which is what I'm implementing right now. Knockback depends on the attack. And camera shake, yeah. So I pretty much have everything that I care about here, and I was going to do camera shake and hit stop. So yeah, I already. I'm good on the video. Thank you, though. Good to know. Not missing anything. So now, what we can do in the player, or start in the character base here. You hit stop. Find reference. There it is. So here we need to do it only. Do get current attack info. Break. I just want to do the get the attack effects. Break. Hit stop. There we go. And it has, if it's not empty, and we have hit stop, then do this. So now, right, we're no longer pausing the game.
Here.
Fantastic.
Pausing for ads.
And we'll make it so we pause the game after the ads. This is a great time for you to get any strawberries you might have. Yep. Unfortunately, I am all out. Sorry, could I hear you over how much better raspberries are in every way? My God.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's not the right one, but that works. I played the wrong one, but that one works too. Look, on a tier list of fruit, it's bananas, then strawberries, and then who cares, right? That's basically the tier list. We all know it. S is banana, A is strawberry, and then there's the rest that we don't talk about. I will say that my the grocery store near me is a Chinese grocery store, so it sells durian, and I'm so tempted to buy some, but I really don't want to buy it and then open it in my apartment and have the smell. I've never smelled it before, and I don't really want to experience the smell because I only hear about everything. Yeah. Aren't you glad your life didn't depend on that list? If only I had a badumts sound effect. Oh, wait, hold on. I can do this. I have a tab open for that. I haven't downloaded it yet. Maybe the durian outside. Yeah, but I don't want to be the guy that's just eating outside. I don't know. I don't want to be like, just, oh, I'm just gonna stand there in the middle of the street eating durian out of all things. I don't live in like a quiet area. There's people like walking along all the time where I am. Try jackfruit first before durian? I don't think I've had jackfruit either. I don't think I've had very many exotic fruits, period. If you can overcome the smell of jackfruit, you can easily do a durian. I mean, I've never had either, so maybe. No, pause. Okay. The big hit has the hit stop. Also, that video did confirm that I remember correctly. It is called hit stop. So now, I need to do a camera shake. I'll be honest, I don't remember how to just set up a camera shake. Because it used to be simple, I feel like. But I feel like it got more complicated because they added like more features. Like I just want like a basic one, like give me an amount slider and that's it. But let's see. Any good tutorials? Oh, there you go. Matt Asplund. Let's see what we got here. So we are making, hold on. We're making a, why are we making a matinee? See, I don't want to use a matinee. Matinee is the old version. The new one's the default camera shake base. Or just camera shake base. I want to know what the new one is, because the new one's better. But why is everyone using the old one? Okay, next one. Again, legacy camera shake. Everyone's using. Why is everyone using the legacy one? Is the new one shit? Is that the problem? His tutorials have become outdated. Massplan. He hasn't done many tutorials recently. He has done a few. But most tutorials are not outdated. Most tutorials are still fine. Like there's different ways of doing things, but I think they're fine. You. Aha, you're using the default camera shake base. Okay. This person, who I'm currently blocking, is using the camera shake base. Excellent. Now we can see what's going on this one. You can't say long, but you must say that blueberries are greater than strawberries? I mean, it's fine to be wrong, Praxis, and welcome. It's fine to be wrong, but you know. Yeah, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. Oh, perfect. It has like a just pearly noise.
No.
let's see. Let's try this. Can I add? I don't remember. Can I add a camera shake in here? No, right? No, but that's fine. I don't really need to. Hey, Frankto, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Blueberries, who hurt you? The blueberries are still great. I mean, they're strawberries, but so, like, when you have both. Yes, it's fine to be wrong. That must be why you're okay with being wrong. Yes, I am okay with you being wrong. Correct. Like, we all know. Bananas, strawberries, and then everything else. It's just how it is. You know, I don't make the rules. You lurk in both places to flex your YouTube premium for extra cat. Wait, what? What do you mean you? Oh, are you? Are you? The Frankto. I see. I see. I don't know how that works for. I don't know if that would work for the stream because I don't run ads during the stream. Is it just? Does it count stream watch time? This is something I've never thought about until you brought it up just now. So, you're not a fan of Blackberries? Me either. They're kind of an old phone. I think, you know, I'm definitely more of just a full screen kind of guy than a Blackberry. I don't need the full keyboard. You're probably right though. Logically it should count all watch time on YouTube. Because otherwise, if you only watch in a weird scenario where you only watch live streams and would just not go to anyone, no, that doesn't make sense either. So we want to make a camera shake base. CS camera shake. Heavy hits, I guess. Let's try it out. Let's see how this works. Because this has Perlin noise camera shake pattern. Perfect. There's a copy of what the guy did on the tutorial. I don't want to mess with the FOV. I don't want this to be this long. 0.2. I don't think I'll have any blends. Okay, let's try this. And then here, can we just do how do we just play it? Play world camera shake. I think. Speaking of lurking, back in a while. All good. All good. Epicenter will need to be its actual location. That should be fine. I don't think it matters because we're just gonna have it be world size. So if I put nothing in the radius, I think that works. Let's change a few things. Duration, 5 seconds. I just want to see it works. Nothing is moving. Did I need a radius? Nothing is moving. Okay. Good start. Good start. Also, why do we have a play world camera shake and then we have a start a legacy camera shake? And this one has like all the stuff I want? What? So I think I understand why no one's using the new one. I think I'm understanding. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Fine. I thought I wanted to use the new stuff because it's going to be the good stuff. But apparently no. The new stuff is not the good stuff. And I should feel terrible for it. Hey, you guys, welcome in. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. We're closing that, close everything for whatever reason again. Figure why. If you're interested, guys, if you're interested in seeing a sneak peek of Sunday's video, I showed a demo of it on at the start of the stream. I felt you might be curious, so figured I must mention. Because you can rewind on YouTube. And yes, we do need to have you confirm that you, oh, strawberries. Basically, the answer then is strawberries. Good guts. Yeah. The best is strawberry, obviously. Mm-hmm. Oscillation duration 5. Blend time in 0. Out time 0. Rotation oscillation, no. Location oscillations. Amplitude. I don't know. Let's make it 1. Just put 1 in everything. Animation play rates, scale. Sure, let's try that. Never mind, let's not try that. I take it back. I take it all back. You know what? It was a terrible idea. Clearly, I don't know what I was thinking. Why the hell did it crash? I have to make it again. Camera shake. Okay, one more time. It's like 5 seconds for 0, 0. Save it first. Compile. Good. Fine now. So now we do start legacy camera shake. Camera manager. The shake is this. Space world. Camera local. I mean, does it matter? Let's try camera local and see what happens. Probably strawberry. Don't remember where it tastes. Yeah, there you go. See, good guts. Yeah, good guts is all. Understands. Yep. So far, nothing. Why does it do nothing? Amplitude. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Okay, it works. I see the camera is moving. Okay, let's make it like 10. 10. 10. Frequency, do we want to up the frequency? If we wanted to like shake more. Also, we want to do like a Perlin noise, not a perfect circle. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh. Okay, so now if we made it like, what if we made it really short now? Even shorter. Probably a little less. Well, let's try shorter first. That's how one of the greatest evils are born? Camera blur? No, we don't want to have a... I'm trying to figure out a way of doing it that is not going to cause motion sickness, first of all. But makes the hit feel impactful. That's better. I might reduce a little more. Yes, it has hit stop. It pauses if I hit with a heavy attack. Not this one, right? But I hit this one. It pauses for. I think the pause is a little too long. Oh. But I'm playing around with kind of seeing if it's. I want it to maybe 0.15. If 4. Right, left click, fine. But the right click now feels like more impactful. Just the point, right? The point of it all was to make it feel more impactful. With the rest of the feedback, it looks weird. Well, that's why we have adding the camera shake and all that. That's exactly why we're doing the camera shake and all that good stuff. Let's do like 1.5. Little shorter of a... Maybe somewhere in between. Like, I don't want it to be too long. But, anyway. Tiny numbers. That's what you gotta do. That feels pretty good. Back here. Like, I don't think that. Goodbye. he flew off. It's okay. Maybe we'll do, instead of the 1.8, maybe 1.7 on the delay. Also, Guguts, after you left last night, we made a bunch more changes to the spider. Yeah, that feels pretty good. To me. I mean, it definitely feels better than it was before. I should preface that. I don't know if it's, it's definitely not perfect. But let's try out a few tweaks and see. User price still. Oh, we're done with the spider. Just to be clear, Guguts. The spider is done. That's why I'm now doing just some extra, just to make the combat feel more impactful on the heavy attacks. I don't want to do this for like all attacks. I'm doing this only on like the big hits. And like, so I can control it. So not everything will have a hit stop, especially when all the enemies are tagging you at the same time. It would just be insane. But so we can control this to like only give it to the player, or give it to, for example, I'd want the spider's charge attack to do this, like have the little hit effect, things of that nature. I want to see what happens if I change the frequency from 10 to 1,000. Just because I want to see how it affects it. Honestly, not a big effect. I feel it is less jarring this way. Interesting. If I made it 1, I think what we had before was still the best one, so I'll put it back to 10. And I will change, just for shits and giggles, what happens when I put 4, if I 10x the, amplitude. Oh! Oh, that's a big hit. That's... clearly a little too big of a hit, but is there any way hold on. Do I have a control for this? I have a scale control. A scale of what? What is it scaling? What are we scaling here? Because if it's scaling also frequency, I don't want to scale it. If it's scaling only amplitude, I want to scale it. Can we find documentation on this node? Let's find out. Probably not. Start legacy hammer shake. Don't worry, guys. I found the documentation. Yeah, let's check this out. So, real is scale. Yeah, so scale is real. I guess you're wondering, it's not fake, it's real. Just, why does this page even exist? I mean, like honestly, what is the point of generating these pages? Scale. This is a scalar value that defines the intensity of the shake. A value of 1 represents the normal intensity as authored by the shake asset. Thank you, AI Overview, who's actually being useful. So theoretically, if I set the amplitude to 4 here, and then scale to 100, it would be like it was at 400. Yes.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
AI is freaking doing Unreal's job. It's over, guys. It's over. Clearly, AI has won. Epic has failed. AI is taking our jobs. Starting with, they're going to replace Epic, which means Unreal is going to go away. It's all going to be AI. And that's it. It's going to take our jobs next. Yeah, so we can scale this. Excellent. Which means I need to have a hit stop scale for the camera shake. Or just have a camera shake scale as an input. And then we can use that for bigger hits versus smaller hits. And it'll be great. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, where is character structs? We need tag effects. This is going to be camera shake scale, float default value of 1. That also means that in the attack effects here, this is not defaulted to 1 because structs are shit sometimes in that way. So now, here, hit stop needs a new input. So we're gonna take camera shake scale, float, and this is just gonna go in here. So theoretically, if I open this now, it is going to be 1 correct by default now. What? Where is it? Why is it not here? Save. What? What happened to it? Why is it not here? What? I added it to the struct. Why is it? Why is it the way it is? Look, it has the camera shake scale right there. What in the world? Oh, now it has it. I had to recompile it because, of course, I did because it's a struct. I'm so glad I covered half my entire view, so I don't have to deal with that, slash that, slash that, or that, or all of this. I'm tempted to just open my my blinds to show you guys how bright it is. I'm tempted. I don't know if I will, but I'm tempted. Here. User play space rotation. What the hell does that mean? User play space but it's a camera shake. Oh, I guess if you make a if you make a directional camera shake, you can have it follow the character's rotation versus having it be global. I think I understand. But it's already, I guess if you made it a world. I think I understand. So that now has a relatively satisfying hit there. Do we want to tweak it a little more? What if I made it shorter? Still. A hit stop. What if I went back to actually a 5? A 5 instead of a 7? You know what? That little amount with a camera shake still feels good. So I'm gonna have it be that little bit less. if, I mean, out of curiosity, what happens if I just basically don't have the hit stop and I just do camera shake? I just want to see what happens. Yeah, the hit stop, I feel like, does do quite a bit. Okay, so this is working. Next up is, I guess, do I now want to do the spiders attacks as the effect? And I think we want to try it. Wrong thing. Stop with the spider. So if I turned on hit stop for just the basic ones. Because it's a boss, you know, it hits hard by default. And the ram attack will also have it, but it's gonna be stronger. It'll be like 3x strength. Let's see how it works. That's not bad. Honestly, that's not bad. The only thing that I don't fully like is it this one? Oh no, we only have it as one attack. Never mind. It seemed like it was attacking twice. Like pausing twice. But I guess not. The camera shake might be too long. Or too strong? Like, it does feel impactful. What if we change the duration of it? And I don't really, we want to keep it impactful. Attack me, please. Better. Spidey. I made it 0.05. Trying things. See how it works. Attack, please. Thank you. I feel like the duration doesn't get slower. Like, I feel like it has a minimum duration, basically. Because if I made this 0.00... Oh, this is oscillation duration. Yeah, duration of the current screen shake. Less than 0 means indefinite. 0 means no oscillation. If I made it like super tiny, it should basically be 0. Okay, and it is working. Okay. I just want to make sure that it's working. It could be because... maybe I need to play with the frequency. Frequency might be what's doing it. Because frequency is 10. If I made it like 4, I almost want to feel, I guess, not super jittery, but more like, kind of like a more of a one big hit. Not terrible. That might be more of what we want. And it might decrease a little bit of the strength by default. And if we put it back as a 0.1 in terms of the duration, how's it gonna work? I think that the higher duration is not good. I think the lower duration, just a bigger effect, is better. Get back here. Yeah, I feel like that's better. It's like, it feels like it connects. Something about it still bothers me though. And I cannot tell if it's the hit stop or the camera shake at this point. I think the hit stop is extremely tiny at this point. Like if I turn it off entirely, I don't think you'd be able to tell. So no, you can still tell. Yeah, you can still tell. It does make a good amount of difference. Let's do you. Let's try you. Just playing with the values. I can't tell what about it that I don't like. Is the But honestly, I mean, I'm kind of fine with it. I'm kind of fine with it. You know what? Let's keep it on that and go from there. I do want to do it on other attacks though, as well, for the player. So the Airblade Heavy, I want to do it for. And I want to do regular heavy, not projectile heavy. Projectile's not going to have the. You know what? Maybe. Heavy projectile? Yeah, let's do heavy projectile. Not the hold effect. They don't want the hold, but. Regular heavy here. Also turn it on. Okay. And we should be good. Only thing that I'm curious about is just to see what it looks like when we get rammed by this spider. So of course we should know what it's like being rammed by the spider. It's important data. Okay, spider, ram me. Shit. Let me alone. No, this is ram. Stop shooting a projectile. Ram. Ram. Oh, that felt good. That was good. Okay, cool. I think we go with that. We can adjust it and tweak it after, but I think we're good. So I think we have heavy air blade, wide air blade as well, I think. This might not be a good thing. And let's find out if things like air blade should have it, because they do AoE. So if I go and spawn a bunch of enemies, say, something like that, and then I get myself an air blade. Excuse me, why are you... No, why are you moving? Why are you moving? I tested this. It was fixed. It was fixed. I know why it doesn't work for the projectiles, but okay. Damn it. Now to fix that. Why is that happening? Why is that happening? Why? I have stop active movement here. Stop active movement should happen no matter what. We're at the beginning here. Let's do that. Then I also want to do set velocity to 0. Stop movement immediately. Is that gonna help? Oh? Okay. Okay. Was that the simple fix? They're not moving. Why are they not jumping? Oh, they are. Oh, they were colliding with each other. Well, that's why. They were somehow colliding with each other. Yay! Okay. Hopefully this time it stays fixed. Okay. Awesome. So we are good. We got the attacks going. So now we gotta take our attention to Dragathrax. There's that little boy. There he is. Looks so thin. Okay. So, what do we do with him? What do we do with him? In terms of attacks, he has a bite, a regular bite, a fast bite, and a couple of spit attacks. I say spit attacks because that's what he does. This is more of a roar that I can have him do versus a spit. That's more of a spit, I feel like. So we have effectively a forward roar. Some bites. And we have the roar upwards. I would love to be able to somehow get him to stomp. If I had a stomping animation, that would be so good. I don't even have like a jump or anything with this guy. Because if we had like a stomp, I was thinking then that could be what causes like things to fall from the sky. One of these. One of these. So. We can have the base I don't want to do attacks. Right, like phase 1 could just be, you know, regular bites. Right? Like that's all fine. We have spits, we have bites. Right now, he shoots just multiple projectiles in an arc, basically, which is extremely annoying to dodge and stuff. And he brings down meteors from the sky. Let's go fight him. Let's experience him. Never mind. Let's not. I don't like that it crashed while saving. Seems like we're okay, though. Oh, no, it crashed while loading. Let me rephrase that. I think, because I think it probably saved it and then. Okay, so if we hit play. So. Right now, he's just going to. Okay, not bite me. Did I not do your animations? No, you have your animations. Oh, you're still using your behavior tree. Aren't you? And I never give you a reset on this thing. That should get so yeah, I don't have your old behavior tree, so we can't even test out the old setup. Yeah. Values don't quite work. Okay. Fine, we won't be testing you. So what do we do? How do we make you interesting with the limited animations? We had at least a charge attack for
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
for the spider that can make it unique. Don't really have anything for this guy. I can load up the project where we got it from and see if there is some kind of animation we're missing. But I think we got everything because I know myself I would have gone something if we could even hope to use it. We definitely have the roars. Well, so here. Okay, here's what we can change. I guess I'll wait for the ads to finish. I think I have some ideas. And you'd think I would have thought about this before the stream. And I did. I just didn't come up with anything. Unfortunately. Okay. After over. So right now, if wherever he is and he does the roar, right? He does this. That's the current time where you just get a bunch of meteors crashing down randomly. And then it happens like once, and then you just need to stand where they are not hitting. But what if they weren't random? What if they weren't random? What if they were based off where the player was? So the player was here. they would do like a surround type thing. What if we did that? And that way you could easily move out of the way and be like, okay, well, why would we want to? I could make it a very interesting fight potentially. If I made it so the boss takes very little damage from regular attacks until he gets struck by his own meteors. And then he'll start taking more and more damage. So the play will be, as the player, you will need to position yourself in a way that will make these meteors hit the boss, or make the boss come to you. And then if the boss gets hit by one of them, then he'll take more damage, which is more, I feel like, thematic, considering it's more of a dinosaur type thing, which is kind of, I think could be cool. A few problems with that is he does have range attacks, so he's not necessarily going to come to you just because you're, if you're here and he's there, he's not going to come to you. You need to get to him. These do a lot of damage, so you need to be able to get out of the way. So the way we could do this is he triggers it. So he does the animation. There needs to be a... We could have it also, instead of around the player, you could have it follow the player. So you just need to run past him, but running past him is not very interesting. Versus like positioning yourself. Okay. There needs to be some kind of tell that he's going to do the attack. And we have this one, which is this long animation. That's probably a good enough, and there's a sound that plays with it as well. That's probably good enough of a tell. And somewhere near the more end of it is where the circles will appear on the ground. And obviously where the circles are will be where it hits. And as long as one of those will hit the boss, he'll do damage. He'll take some damage, and then he'll take more damage going forward. I like that. Now, I have no way built in already to accomplish this, because I don't have any way for bosses right now to take more damage or less damage on a hit based on some arbitrary number. But that doesn't mean we can't just add it, right? We can add a variable on all the enemies that's just going to be a damage multiplier straight up. When they're taking damage, well, we need to do it on the main parent class. So whenever anyone takes damage, it just gets the whole thing gets multiplied by that value. But we just don't change it except for like the ones we need to. So we could start out, for example, at like, I don't know, 5% damage. Then if he takes a hit, let's say it'll become 10%. Then 20, it'll just double. 40. Down. I don't like 80, 100, 70. And then 100. So plus 5%, plus 10%, plus 20%, plus 30, plus 30. So you would need to hit him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times for 100 to do 100% damage. Okay. If we do that, when does he do this attack? And could we keep increasing it? Because I feel like we could keep increasing it. By, however, let's say 25% or whatever after that. If we would keep increasing it, then it would be better if it was linear. Mathematically, it'd be better if it was linear then. If it was linear, we could do something like 15% as a 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. $105. If we started at 10, it'd be fine. Yeah, we start at 10, 25, 40, 55, 70, 85, 100. And every time after that, we'll just keep adding plus 15. Okay. When do we get the when do we have the attack trigger? It has to be just a random point or on a condition of some kind, right? It can't be like on phase chance or when you do enough damage. This is definitely a boss that will be not based on the amount of damage you deal. This might be too many times to get him to get hit. Also, I might go instead of by 15, I might go up by 30. So you can hit him like 3 times. Values we'll play around. It could be just every a certain amount of time he just does the attack. Because it is going to be, it could be just a cooldown thing. Because it is based off of the player position, there's no reason to be like in a specific location for the enemy. They could do it from anywhere. We have cooldowns built in. Okay, so if we did that, that's fine. What is then the attacks of the enemy in general? Yeah, he has bites and range projectiles. I think the current projectiles he had were too small. We'll make him bigger. Although they didn't look very good, which is why I had them small. I think I'll make him bigger. I think I will. Hey, Stormrun, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I think for his projectiles, I'll have them give me a dot. We drawing and doing math of strawberries. That's right. Yeah, this is a graph of how many strawberries you should eat every day in order. First, you eat 10 strawberries, then 25, then 40, and you continue on eating 50 more strawberries the next day than you did the previous day. Because that is the correct amount that you should eat of strawberries. Hey, Leo, welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing well. Have you ever come across any YouTuber teaching modular UI? I've seen tutorials on it. Like, I skimmed through a tutorial on it, but it didn't tell me really anything new that I didn't know already, so. But I'm pretty sure on YouTube there's a series on that. Someone made a modular UI. Thought that was a number of seeds per day. No, full strawberries. We can't do seeds. What? Yeah, there's a bunch of videos. Search Unify modular widget. Here's one. Here's one. Here's another one. I thought that there was a series. I could be wrong in the series, but yeah, there's a few. This was probably good. 133,000 views. Probably go with this one. So we can have the projectile at a dot. Hammer makes games. Yeah, I'm starting to him. Oh, nice. Leo means like modular widgets because the UI itself, right, isn't modular. But yeah. So the bites can be regular. I feel like he should be slower. He won't be as fast. I don't know why I wrote less fast versus just slower. He's less fast than other mobs or other bosses. He'll be slower. He'll do the roar. He'll take less damage. And then after that, he'll do a projectile attack. He'll continue. So what we can do is have a projectile attack that does dot damage, and he'll still have a bite. But the bite will do more damage than normal. So you don't want to be bit by him. So instead of having a health bar and mana bar and stamina bar or a progress bar bundle into one canvas, you make a progress bar individually and reference that for the health bar, mana bar. Yeah, that's what that's how I've designed my entire thing. Here, I'll show you. thankfully it's nothing magical, right? Right, this is a widget, and I'm just reusing it everywhere, right? It's a modular widget that I just control. Shouldn't the bite give you poison? I don't want to have both give you poison. I'd rather have the projectile give you poison, like he's spitting venom at you. That's kind of the idea is. He's spitting venom at you, and the bite is just a really strong jaw. I don't want to... Because he's going to be slow, I feel like that would be better. This guy does. This is not exactly a dinosaur. But yeah, this is modular, right? So I have a widget. Right. That's the card. And I just reuse this. I make a modular widget that I reuse. And same thing with like with other stuff. Like, right, I have a... You just create one thing and you just change the variables on it. And then you put those in. Same thing for the meta progression. Like I have, for example, right, these are all the same widget that I can customize. That's all. That's all you need to do is you make it modular, and then you can tell it what to do inside of this. Yeah, you can customize all of that. You ever think something else? Oh, okay. All good. You guys are smart over here, copying everything you need. Didn't know widgets could have widgets? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if you want, like if you wanted to, you could create a single system that does, like, is like a health bar, stamina bar, etc., right? It's just a bar, which is, and then set up a widget that all you do is give it the proper mask that gives it the, you know, nice look you want, and you just pipe the texture in, and then you set the color, and then you're good. You got that design done. And then what it does, I want to hook up to, right? Of course, you need to do manually. But like that part of the widget is all, like, a bunch of it is already automated. Right. For example, again, like these three icons are all the same. It's all the same button. It's just I've changed what it does when you click on it. Right, all of these are obviously the same, etc. You have this health bar, the same HP and all. You've been copying it all over. You'd have to, yeah. So if you programmed it, you can program it once, and then you're good. You don't have to program it every single time. It rained inside your house today? Are you sure that's inside? Are you sure you weren't outside? Can you do the card stacking as an array? Here, I'll show you. We can go to the deck builder. Actually, deck builder collection. So, because I have widgets and widgets, it's just in here. I have a scroll box, and then a grid panel. And then I populate the grid panel with a function. However I need to. And then I have them. And I populate the information for all the cards on generation. So it spawns it, it sets all the variables, whatever I need, the scale, index, whatever else, finds any events I need, sets the game mode reference for those cards, etc., and tells it where to go. But all the logic of the cards is in the cards, right? It's all in the one modular card. So when I spawn it, this is what the card itself is modular, which is why I then tell it what goes inside of it on spawn. Your window decided to stop being a window. Waterfall came from the top. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, Servron. I mean, okay. While I am I'm genuinely feel sorry for you. You gotta give it a little bit of irony, giving your name is Storm Run, and you had a rainstorm run inside of your house. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just looked outside and all orange and super foggy right now. Looks like a Stranger Things place. Oh, interesting. Man, Windows need to update. Matt, time to come back with triumph. Endorsed rain is some apocalyptic shit, but sweet, I got my thing to do the thing. Nice, Franco. Man, I didn't see that one coming. I'm sorry. Yeah, it happens occasionally. You know, it happens occasionally. From time to time, I do commit murder on the stream. Usually not intentionally. I just happen to like slip and fall, and a knife just happens to land in my hand, facing downwards, and then someone else just happens to fall in front of me, and then just look at me with sad, scared eyes, and then you go, and for some reason my hand just bounces up and down as it's just on their face every time. Officer, he walked into my insult. Yeah, exactly. Every time I correct your English. Sad, scary eyes. I miss Mike too. She understood the camera nonsense to make walking on walls look like walking on the floor. But I don't think I have enough time to learn and finish your game in time to end the... What camera nonsense? Maybe I can help. What camera nonsense are you talking about? The only thing I don't like about this, by the way, is there's no real phases. It's just, this is the mechanic of the boss. It's fine, right? But it doesn't change as you beat the boss. And that's one thing that I want to somehow figure out something. You keep looking up your tabs and you see strawberries are tasty. You keep thinking of a recipe outfit. I mean, they are. Yeah, this is the boss. This is Boss Boy. Our only animations we have are bites, spits, and a roar, like a couple of roars upwards. So I have like a roar, and I have like spits, and like a roar forward. And otherwise, I just have bites. Yeah, I'm planning to actually adjust the scale on all mobs. I think I'm going to be making all mobs bigger, including the bosses. Well, including him. I think the spider's fine. He'll probably be. I'll probably adjust him. We can do that on us. It'll take a moment. What animation tool is that, by the way? Not sure I've seen it before. This is just default Unreal, like to preview animations. It looks probably different because this is the one specifically for Paper ZD for sprites. That's why I have this and stuff like that. But otherwise, there's nothing really anything super unique here in terms of like layout. It's just like when you open an animation, you get this. On the top right, usually you would get like show the skeleton and all that. But here, I just have blueprints animations because it's sprite stuff. So wait, here, I can see. This is his size right now. Like he's pretty big right now, like compared to me. Are you sure you would want him 20% bigger? I mean, I can make him bigger, but he is pretty big. At one point, we did about make him all bigger. I bet the boss bigger. I mean, here, I'll just for a reference. Let's make him bigger though, just to see how it would be. Is that why you guys asked me what was your favorite berry? Because of the other because of the title of the stream.
Ads are here.
Yeah.
Pausing for ads.
The title of the stream is Strawberries Are Tasty. Discuss. They were following the instructions of the title of the stream. He's already a skyscraper? It's one juicy kill shot. I'll be right back while ads are playing. One sec. You don't read those. Who would read the title of a stream? That's nonsense. Why would you ever? Yeah. Let's go back to you. So what do we do? How do we make him have a phase? Like at least one, like a 50% or something? Like I don't know. I feel like he should. Compared to just having a mechanic for the entire fight. What do we want him to have? A phase. Like maybe an emo phase or goth phase. Right? I'm not picky on which one. Yeah, phase. Phase. So right, the spider boss has this, right? After a certain amount of percent health lost, he goes and does something different. This guy doesn't have that. This guy, we're having it so he's get hit by his own meteor attack, and then he will take more damage. So he starts out taking only 10% damage, then 25%, then 40, etc. And he'll spawn the meteors to attack around the player. And if you position it where it hits also him, he'll start taking more and more damage. Yeah, an accumulative armor debuff. The irony of this is that he looks like a dinosaur. Right? He kind of looks like a dinosaur, and his special attack is he brings down meteors or comets, whatever you want to call them. Brings down meteors from the sky to crash down. And if a dinosaur-like boss gets hit by one of these meteors, he'll take more damage. I thought of that, and I think it would be funny, and so I want to do that. You see, you have no. I would love to have a stomp. I wish I had a stomp. Yeah, right. So that's the plan, right? So wherever the player is, he'll spawn like one right on top of the player and some surrounding the player. And if the player positions themselves where one of these would hit the dinosaur, then he'll start taking more damage. He starts out very tanky, taking only 10% damage, or I can give him just a lot of health. Same difference, you know. But that's like an overall mechanic for the entire fight. It would be cool if there was some difference other than that over the battle. All about logic here, but asteroid impact into ash cloud into ice age. Okay. Okay. So I don't know about the ash cloud, because I think that would just, I don't know if that would look good the way I'm imagining it. But what could happen is when it crashes down, it creates like ice spikes that come out of the ground, and like that area becomes icy. But what happens? What does the icy thing do then? I like it. I like it. I like changing the environment. You do percentage reduction instead of yeah. This is all percentage. So he only takes 10% of your damage, then 25% of your damage, then 40%. Yeah, if we make it so, can you do PCG on the fly? I mean, depends what it is. Yes. If you're talking about can I spawn the ice spikes with in general, yeah, that's all I'll be doing. It's making PCG. But what will the ice do? Progressively slow you the longer you stand in place. There is a problem with that, in which case, if you stay too long and you get well, you're never going to be standing in place unless you're ranged. this game is too hectic for you to ever stay in place. I don't think it's not going to be effective. So if I've been hearing a theme of AoE, what if one of his abilities was to summon a pack of Velociraptor? I don't have them. I don't have any. Not a bad idea. This isn't a mob, but rather another AoE effect. Yeah, I understood that. Classic ice flooring games is to be slippery. I don't want to do a slow because the previous boss, the spider boss, does have a slow environment basically because of all the webs. So I don't want to do another slow, but slippery. If I can figure out how to do slippery, that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I understood, Leo. I understood. Well, I do like the ice floor. Yeah. Your fight? Probably not. I didn't play too much WoW. I played a bit, but I didn't play too much. Ice patches? Yeah, ice. We could have the meteors do ice patches and ice spikes. Yeah, good guts. Yeah, exactly. It won't be a simple thing, but theoretically could be done. And it doesn't need to be all you. No, actually, it might not be too bad because all you really need to do is change the acceleration and deceleration. Assuming I can control those two values, that's all you need to make it icy. I just don't know if that's an easy thing to control. That's a problem. If that is a control I can have easily, then it'll be easy. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be difficult. Okay, here's another question. Let's say, yeah, let's start one thing at a time, right? Let's say the meteor comes crashing down, and this is where it lands, and it has created ice spikes in this area. And the area right inside of it, all like, let's say this is all iced over, and there's ice spikes. What do we do with the ice spikes? Do we do anything with the ice spikes then? What we can do, here's what we can do with this. You have to attack the ice spikes to break them because you cannot walk through it. It'll be a circle of ice spikes. I don't want to have them explode as well. I feel like because you already got hit. This area's already got hit with a meteor. I don't want to go like too crazy with it. Because then we're just stacking. One attack becomes 20 attacks, right? And I just don't want to do that. But what we can do is have it be ice spikes. You cannot. It's like a cage, effectively. In each one of these locations, it'll be like a cage. But if you're outside of it, you also can't go inside. So the way to break this could be either to attack it, or the boss can just walk on top of it and destroy it. Maybe. And after a certain amount of time, they can just melt by just going down. I feel like it's a lot. I feel like this is a lot. Because, so we have a boss on a single attack, right? This is a single attack. Drops meteor from the sky that does damage. You have to position the meteor on the boss to reduce or increase the amount of damage he takes so you can defeat him. That also spawns ice spikes that also would buff or heal the boss, but right, if we go with that. That's why I'm like already like, it's already a lot. The cage thing, maybe, but even that feels like a lot. I think we'll go with the slippery if... Let's see. Is there a simple tutorial on YouTube for slippery 4? F5, slippery surface. Mad ass plant. Yeah. So this is a 10-minute tutorial. So we can do slippery. So cool. So we can do slippery. Let's do slippery. I think slippery is good. It will not affect the boss. It would only affect the player. It's still all one phase though, right? The thing that I really want is to break it up somehow to have multiple phases. Okay. We could do multiple phases, actually. Here's what we can do. We make it so it doesn't go up this slow. It goes up after, let's say, 3 hits. You'll be at 100%. Let's say after 3, instead of 7 hits, it's 3 hits. Okay? We can combine some of the stuff. So it'll go, let's say, 10, and then 10, 40, 70, 100. Okay? So you only have to do it 3 times. After you do it 3 times, that will become a phase change. And instead of shooting down regular meteors, non-iced, he'll start shooting down specifically ice meteors that will no longer increase the amount of damage he takes, but will now create these platforms where you'll be stuck inside of them or locked off that you then need to destroy to get through, or have him walk through to destroy him to make paths. This also will block projectiles and anything else. So we'll have the same attack effectively, but on phase, let's say just a 2-phase thing basically. Let's say at 50%, he'll do this in the first start, which is you need to get him like on him so he takes more damage. And the second one, it will be random where these spawn. You'll still see where they're gonna hit, but they'll be random. And then those areas will become locked off. The Rorschach strat? You're locked here with me, Classy. I like it. If you want to go back to the ice spikes, you can do the charged roar thing and spawn ads. I have an ad phase, like a small ad phase with a spider. And it makes sense with a spider because like these spiderlings just hatch. I don't know where the ads would come from for this guy specifically. so I'm tempted to not have one and just have it be a boss, regular boss. I'd rather have this be a more engaging boss than the minus the ads. I think this is cool. I like the idea of the ice spikes spawning. I don't know specifically if we're gonna have it be necessarily you have to break it, but I like this. This gives us 2 phases, which is already better. Theoretically, also, we could do a 3rd phase. We could do a 3rd phase, which is instead of crashing down ice, we can have it crash down with fire and spread fire around. And you just need to avoid the fire. And then you walk through the fire, you'll just take a little bit of damage as you walk through the fire. So it's not going to be like you have to avoid it entirely, but we could do fire. All right, just fire just spawn. So we'd have a regular, an ice age, and then a fire age or whatever. I think that could be cool. Do you like the theme of ice, or do you want to explore a different theme? Maybe fire. Oh, well, there you go. I'm fine with whatever. Can we meteor spawn fire that does dot effects and whatnot? What if we did meteors that cause eruptions or craters that left behind like spewing lava if you don't destroy them? That's an interesting idea. So where the meteor crashes, it'll spawn like, let's say a volcano, like a mini volcano, and if over time it'll continue to go up unless you break it. And if he gets to max size, it'll start spewing stuff. Okay, the idea was for the meteors to do a lot of damage. I guess we could have the meteors do less damage and have these effects then. We could do... I like the volcano idea. So we could do... Okay. So it'll be phase 1. Would be to have regular meteors, but like lots of damage on them. And then plus boss debuff if you get to hit the boss. 2 will be the ice meteors, which will add a make things slippery. And we'll also add an ice cage. And then phase 3 will be the fire thing, which will be volcanoes. Hit to remove. I like this. I like this. Phase 2 will trigger at once he hits 100% damage taken. So theoretically, no, we still want to. I'll need to figure something out. I think we'll still want him to do. I think in theory you should be able to randomize the order of what happens first. I think this should happen first no matter what. I think these two can be randomized. And the reason I think this one should go happen first because this is the one that's going to control how much damage he takes. And if this happens third, that means you're just struggling to do damage to him. Yeah. So I think we can do that, and then it can be either ice and then or fire. I think either one is fine. Yeah. I like it. So that means we are going to need to spawn how do we make the ice crystals like hittable? Do I need to make the ice crystals like a character? How likely is it that the boss will get hit by his own meteor? Well, that's what we'll need to make sure that he gets hit by his own meteor. The plan is to basically spawn a meteor on the player and surrounding the player. With the animation that's going to play is this one. And at the end of this animation is when it starts to spawn it. So you will have you could notice this roar and it has a sound. And so you can get into position to more likely hit the boss with it. So I think it should be relatively likely, and the boss can move out of the way. But he does have a melee attack, so he will prioritize. Yeah. We're basically you're going to be guiding in phase 1. In the ice and fire phases, it will be random. The positions will be random. It will no longer be on the player. Specifically in phase 1, where you need to position it, I think the attacks will be like around the player specifically. But for the other ones, I think it'll be more random. A blueprint interface on hit would be fine. The thing is, my hits are doing traces for character tag or character type. I guess I can make those a character type, and I can give it the combat interface. Yeah, I can figure stuff out, and we can basically make it shake. What I'll probably end up doing is creating a PCG graph that just puts these spikes in a circle and then converting that to a static mesh and just using it as a single static mesh instead of having it PCG. I don't think there's going to be a point to it. And then the ice obviously can be a simple decal. Fire, we have an effect for. We can just spawn the effect, so that's gonna be simple too. I think this is good. I think this is good. Yeah, let's change. So we're gonna go 10, 40. This is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be 10%, 40%, 70%, and then 100% damage taken. You also do a for loop for a rotation offset with randomization. Yeah, absolutely. This is just a regular. Yeah, at that point, it's just gonna be a regular BCG. Right, we're gonna have them randomized. Oh, you mean like once it's being spawned? Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll be randomly rotated. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I think in terms of his health, I think we might have these convert every 33%. Right, every 1/3 down, he will go to the next phase.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
We can adjust these, of course. The one risk you take is if you don't get him to 100%, if you don't get him hit 3 times before you get to the next phase, he will be stuck at that much damage. He will take reduced damage. I mean, damage types do I have? None. I don't only have damage types. It's just damage right now. Like, I don't have fire. I have fire damage and acid, but they don't, in terms of like actually doing something different, it doesn't do anything different. It just does damage. Well, no, I have projectile and melee specifically. You could have you could defend against projectile attacks and melee attacks separately. So I do have those two separate out. But there's no like ice damage, fire damage. Because I felt like that was just going to be too much stuff. Like, it's not that kind of game where I need to specify. I might in the future. Again, it's not like a definite, I'm never going to do it, but at the current moment, I don't have anything. What flavor of colored text do you like, good sir? Very much depends on what is it on. Like, what is the background? Like, for example, on this one, I like orange. Orange pops really nicely. I also like the green. I like red less, and I like blue less. So it depends on what it's on. Oh, for damage text, white. Usually for those, like white. Or like a slight off-white. And find something. You can do a different color for like a crit. right? Like this works too, right? This makes it like yellow in this color scheme works relatively well, but this becomes hard to read, right? Because now you have red and red. White is one of those things where if you have white with a stroke around it, can be red no matter what usually, because typically you don't make super hot white things in your environment, which is why I say white. If you want to implement an element of variance, you could have phase 3 be random shifting elemental phase instead of just reskin of the volcanoes, and apply a slightly different on-hit effect depending on the element. We could do a phase 4 where he does random also. I don't think I will, but yeah, I could absolutely do that. I think for now we'll start with like, this is going to be a whole thing. This is probably gonna be next month's project to do all this, but I think it'll be good. It'll be fun. You were alluding to that's really what different damage types as different color text, but underlying it's all the same number and effects. Yeah. Like what they did in Monster Hunter, and go with that. Try it out. The main thing is just a color. You can always change the color. Yeah, number in the center and dashes that would appear above or below the number. If it was a shielded below or critical above. Oh, nice. There you go. Throwing raspberries at you to see what sticks. Well, raspberries are very sticky. You know, it's why I prefer strawberries. Yeah. If we have here, it's okay to be wrong. Attaboy. You're learning quick. If we have, let's say, 10,000 health, okay, let's make something divisible. Let's say 3,000 health on the boss. This is 1,000 health. This is 1,000 health. This becomes, if I did 70% damage. 70% damage is still a good amount, but yeah. I guess this is just going to be the risk that the player will have to take, where if for whatever reason he doesn't get 3 hits on him before getting him to 33% of the way down, then he will be at whatever damage increment that he was at. So if you avoid the if you avoid him getting hit entirely, you can do the entire fight doing only 10% of your damage, which is going to be brutal, but theoretically doable. I think that's the plan. Would a phase 1 health be like 2,110 or something? Would it? Why that specific number? Oh yeah. I'll adjust the health. Yeah, I'll adjust the percentages. These percentages will be adjusted. So it's possible that a phase 1 will be only 20% and the other ones will be 40% of his max health. Yeah, I'll adjust the values. I just put 33 for now. Just be like, okay. In terms of like time, because we don't know how, I don't know how often I'm gonna have him do the meteor attack in general. If it's like every, let's say 30 seconds, that will be a very long fight just to get to 3 meteors. If it's every, I mean, it might be fine, but for only 33%, yeah. So I'll need to play with it. Thankfully, all of these values I can dynamically adjust at any time, so I think we'll be fine. But we got a plan. So tomorrow we'll do. I think tomorrow we'll work on this phase 1. We'll work on phase 1 tomorrow, where he shoots meteors specifically in a pattern. And then we'll need to make it so when he gets hit, he takes more damage. And by default, he'll take 10% damage. Yep. I think that'll be the plan. But, guys, I know it's a little bit early, but my throat is a bit sore. I don't like it. So, I call it here. Well, thank you guys so much for the help. I appreciate it. I'm gonna also thank Strawberries for this. You know, I think they did good in help. But I am now I think now with all of this, it can be a good boss. A more interesting boss. Definitely compared to what it is now. For sure. I think even then it can be a quite nice boss. Pixasod! Anyways, guys, thank you much for joining me. Tomorrow's Friday. He's giving 4 middle fingers to an each hand. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.